is that the other?
Petrusky, yeah.
Petrusky.
Yeah.
Keep that duel from working effectively like they did in period number 2.
Well, there you see Blakeman out on the field on the back line for Sacramento, but it's Portland now with possession. And Nagitong running it down, can't quite get it. And here comes Sacramento on a mini break. Right wing, it's Rubio, lost control, and now here comes Portland the other way. This is Quinn Ross with some nice dribbling to get away from the pressure and set up the offense. Down the right wing, this is Lurie, who again made the fine defensive play. Glenn Lurie has 1 goal so far, or no, has not scored yet tonight. But 7 players have scored 10 goals, so 7 different players have scored tonight for the Pride. Here's John Bain, the coach, 35-year-old. You won't find many 35-year-olds in as good a shape as John Bain is in. Trying to work it free. Here's Black with a shot off the post and a nice save. Good camera action there from our field camera. A nice save that time by Kardzik.
Almost squirreled away into the goal. You see what the Pride is doing, and it worries me somewhat, as they've stretched the field lengthways now. You can only stretch it so far on the widthways to take advantage to open it up. But now they're playing with more of the field and maybe using some time catching their breath. Momentum changes so quickly in this game and tough to get it back. I hate to see them backing off when they scored so many goals by attacking. You see now they're well back past the midfield and working the ball in, choosing to go 3-on-3 in their zone rather than 4-on-4.
Crowd wanted a handball on Blakeman on the pass by Bain. Don't get it. Here's a shot inside. Great save by Gorsuch.
Gorsuch drives his leg, strikes his leg.
Yeah. Fantastic play. It leads to a break for Portland. Down the other side, it's Chris Scotty. Scotty works it inside the red line, lets it fly. It's no good. Blocked away and off the end line, goes into the crowd. Excellent save down here on the other side from Jim Gorsuch, veteran goaltender for Portland. Corner kick for the Pride. Shot good from the top of the key. Ralph Black.
Looks a little like Michael Andretti, don't you think?
He does. He does look a lot like Michael Andretti.
Again, Portland doing a great job in set plays, centering it right at the top.
Oh,
left-footed to the right side of the net. The goalkeeper getting caught again in many instances because these balls are coming some 50 to 60, maybe 70 miles an hour. Sometimes it's a guess. A lot of times it's a guess. You guess right, you're a hero. If you don't, you're looking at another ball.
Steve Petrusky looked like he got back late for Sacramento to cover that shot, and Black just stoned it through the net. 11-7. Portland has scored 4 goals in a row after the score was tied. They've really taken control of things now with 12:42 left to go. Leonetti now is whistled for taking down one of the Knights. Peter Pele, 26-year-old out of Los Angeles right there.
And he's going to be sent to the penalty box as Sinbin, I believe. You look here, just openly pushing him with 2 forearms, taking him off the ball. It's a no-no, and he's going to get to sit down. Now you're up 11-7. We're going to see for the first time how they try to kill the penalty on the Pride side. They'll be playing a man short at this point. Sacramento did a great job.
Yeah.
When they had their opportunity in the first. We're going to see what Portland does now. There appears to be some arguing going on about this call. But as all of them, you discuss it with the guy in the black, you're probably not going to win it.
So Portland will go to a 4-man team, at least out on the field, 5 including the goaltender. They have Black, Nagitong, Megson, and it also looks like Chris Scotty out on the field to work this penalty kill.
They're exchanging some hand signs, kind of pointing. They're almost like in a diamond formation at this point. And the Sacramento has sent a couple guys deep. They have a man right in front of Gorsuch, and he, of course, will have to be marked. And then they have a rover going back and forth to right to left side. That's the confusion the goalkeeper has. That guy is going to be going in front of him to distract him, maybe block his view so he can get a shot off.
12:32 left to go in the game as the 2-minute penalty underway. Here comes Sacramento working it into the zone. Here's a shot about 20 feet out, no good. Another shot on the rebound, up and over the bar, and Portland will have a goal kick. 2 pretty good shots there from Sacramento, both, though, missed by good margins.
You look at their Rubio, Vasco. Vasco looked like he was going to chest the ball and settle it, and steps back to let it sail to the right side. Hopefully that the Gorsic would be confused by it, and you'd have a shot in open net. The shot didn't come off, but you see a lot of deceptive moves right there in front of the net during these times when they've got a power play.
Here's Petuski working it out with Blakeman, and that's the pair that we've warned you about that have played very well from the back line tonight for Sacramento. Blakeman and Petuski now work it out near the midfield. Petuski arrives at the red line, now sends it left side, back out to Petuski. Again, Portland in that zone-like defense. Here's a shot knocked away by Gorsic. Another shot off the boards, and Gorsic grabs and holds onto it, and now jogs out near the top of the key and lets it loose.
Gorsic stops one, gets right back up, and takes one in the stomach. You've got to recover very quickly as a goalkeeper here, especially when you keep the ball on his side.
50 seconds to go now in the penalty against Portland on the push by Leonetti. Now a shot up and over the glass, and head coach Mike O'Malley can't be happy with that.
I'll tell you what, the one that I'm unhappy with is the commissioner of the CISL was there and just aimlessly threw an arm up to try to stop the ball coming nowhere close. Did not leave his seat or his feet. And I'm telling you what, for that 2 minutes in the sin bin, I'll pick up my parking.
Talking about Ron Weinstein. You know, he's got to be on like about 8 different time zones, though. He's trying to make every one of these openers. And this is a league that stretches far and wide. Not only well, geographically. I mean, you go all the way down to Monterrey, Mexico. That's a road trip.
He's going to be making all of the openers. He has got, they will all be wrapped up by next Saturday night. All of the teams will have played at home.
His next one is tomorrow night in Los Angeles. Here's Sacramento now working it in the zone. Just 5 seconds left in the penalty. Another shot up and over the glass. And Sacramento just making what we would call unforced errors, where they have possession, they have good quality shots, and they're just putting them not even anywhere near the goal mouth, and the penalty expires. Has the gas run out of the Knights here tonight?
It may have. They did not look very good. Blakeman was off onto a wing. I think in that situation you want Blakeman right at the top directing the traffic, the point guard. He did such a great job when it was 5-on-5. Wood went to a man short.
Great save. Great save on a shot by Portland. Leads to a break now for Sacramento. Gorsic out, though, and will control. You saw the score, 11-7 Portland. We were tied at 7 midway through the third quarter, but the Pride now have scored 4 goals in a row. Paced by the hat trick from Abram Rubio. Sacramento with an opportunity. Now a whistle comes from referee Eric Beck, and we're going to have a infraction against the Knights, and that'll be a free kick now for Portland. 9:41, the clock's still running, and I'm not sure why. Because we're in Portland.
Yeah, probably. If we were in Sacramento, this would be stopped.
Yeah. Might be adding if we're in Sacramento. Might be counting up. Glenn Lurie in the left wing, trying to get away, had it knocked away off the board, picked up by Cards there. Sacramento's got to get something going if they want to have a chance of getting back into this. There's a 3-line pass from the goalie all the way down to Hicks. And Portland now will get a free kick right in the center at the red line.
This is really quite an advantage when you have the 3-line violation. You come back, and now you've got the ball right back in front of you. Certainly encourage you not to do this.
Here's John Bain over to Ralph Black. Black sends it into the left wing. Sacramento runs it down, though. Here come the blue-clad Knights. Hicks up the left wing. Handball against Portland. Free kick. Here's Blakeman. Sean Blakeman sends it into the left wing. Ball knocked away. It's loose. A breakaway opportunity down the right wing. Lurie with a shot that's well into the section number 7. Or was that?
That's Bartz.
That was Bartz. My mistake.
That was Rob Bartz.
Out of the University of Portland. Boy, he had his adrenaline running on that shot.
What a great run. We talked about how quick they came out in the first period, how much faster they were at the wings. We're starting to see them again gain that quickness, and that tells you one thing. Sacramento is starting to get tired. They've kept their guys out there an awful lot. You see a couple of these guys grabbing their shorts as the usual sign of fatigue.
I was talking with head coach John Bain before the game about the shape you've got to be in to play this game. You'll see guys go for maybe a minute and a half or two at the most before they're taken off for substitution. And if you're familiar with the outdoor game, you very rarely see a substitution, but obviously the difference is this is you get on the field and it's just an all-out sprint every second.
You have to do an awful lot of anaerobic workouts aerobically.
There's a shot up into section 75.
Or 77.
77. I can't read that far.
I'll tell you what, if you were sitting in the last row, you were safe. Anybody in front of that went to the second last row. A great one. Surprise. I think it woke him up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was snoozing up there.
But getting back to the aerobics and anaerobic, this is anaerobic training. You get the adrenaline flowing, and all of a sudden you're out there, and whatever it is, lactose or glucose or one of those OS brothers.
One of those coasts.
One of those OS brothers are in there.
Yeah.
And you need to replace those fluids. So there's a different kind of training regimen that you have to go through for the indoor game.
And again, we talked about the fact that Pride, even though this is their first game, they have been working out, most of them, in controlled scrimmages and intramural scrimmages, if you will, for the last month and a half. Here's a shot inside. Great pass feed. Sacramento scores.
And again, beat Gorsuch High. Beat Gorsuch High again.
Steve Petuski, give and go shot, as you'll see it on the replay.
Bain not able to get there in time. It's off to the right wing. You see two defenders there, now a third, a quick centering pass. And right in front of the net, chose to go to the right side and chose to go high. Gorsuch not in good enough position to get his hand up fast enough to keep the goal from going into the net.
That might give Sacramento a little lift now as they're back to 11-8. Here's a shot off the board, a deflection that goes wide for Portland. Pride looking to get it right back. Here's a shot inside. Blakeman got a foot to it and knocks it out of the zone. And Portland gets it back. Now knocking it out of the zone is Cards there, the goaltender for Sacramento. Knights now running up with a fevered pitch. And it's knocked away back into their own zone. Cards there now a little confused. Some footwork back in his own zone. Sends it up to Blakeman at midfield. Blakeman
Portland
now. Go ahead, Steve.
Portland can't let them get a goal here. You'd like to have them go a couple minutes before they score, if they're going to score a second time. Otherwise, it's like a shark is smelling or tasting the blood. They'll be at them. You've got to hold them off during this period of time. Keep the ball away from your net. Otherwise, it'll reverse so quickly. At that point, you're 11-9, and they can be right back in this game.
Matthew Nolan now in the game for Sacramento. Rarely used tonight, but he's in there now. Sends it left wing. Here's Blakeman into the lane or into the key. Turnaround shot. Easy save for Gorsuch. Gorsuch rolls it up the right wing, and Black runs it down. Crosses the midfield stripe. And now working against Blakeman. Sends it back into his own zone. This is Neil Megson, 30-year-old defender out of Lake Oswego High School, up the left wing. Had it knocked away. Here comes Sacramento on a run. Quickly up the right wing. Here's a shot by Hicks off the board, knocked away by Black, and here Portland now gains possession. Again, it's Megson, sends it back to Black. Megson got knocked over, no call. Referee says play on.
Says play on and no retaliation, please. I've got my eye on you.
Deep pass into the zone. Giving chase is Leonetti. Leonetti out to the red line. This is McCormick. Shot inside, knocked away by Sacramento up and over the glass.
Bart's working real hard out there at the moment. He's got, looks like a set of fresh legs, and he's causing all sorts of problems.
Next game for the Portland Pride here at home, Wednesday, July 7th, 7:30 contest, taking on La Raza from Monterrey, Mexico. You be here. Call for tickets at 224-BEST or 224-TIXX. Monterrey against your Portland Pride, Wednesday, July 7th. Under 6 minutes left to go. Pride looking for their first ever victory here tonight in their curtain raising. Curtain raising. There you go.
This is trouble.
Sacramento with possession. Here's a shot off the boards. That was the billiard shot, but able to make the save was Gorsuch fairly easily. Just tuning our way, the Pride scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes. Sacramento, though, came back, had the lead at intermission 6-5, but the Pride has been the better team here in the second half. They lead 11-8 with under 5 minutes to go. Here's a tackle outside the penalty box. as McCormick went down. Hanson got him down. And now a few words being exchanged. Now a card.
This is the first sign of some bad blood here. You see him going in, sticks a leg in, trips him up, and all of a sudden,
right there.
Real retaliation. Now some trash talking go on. The referee immediately rolls over or comes over and gives him the thumb, says, "Get out of here." And they've given him the heave-ho, it looks like.
Hanson will be sent to the penalty box, and now Sacramento playing short-handed. And look, Gorsuch has come up and wants to play some offense.
Nobody's in the penalty box. Hanson has come back to the side. The coach is calling a timeout.
Timeout on the field. 5:05 left to go. Portland on top, but it's not over yet. 11-8 Pride. Back with more after a 1-minute break.
Good morning, Harding Industries.
Hi, is Gene in?
Gene is on the road this week. Can I take a message?
You're out of the office, but that doesn't mean you have to be out of touch.
Well, it's very important I get a hold of her.
I can give you her cellular number.
That's because Cellular One covers more of the Northwest than any other cellular provider and puts out more fires.
Gene, good thing I found you.
All of our children deserve a happy and healthy start in life. Hi, I'm Shirley Hancock. You know, childhood is a critical time for developing self-esteem, building relationships, just learning the basic skills. Getting our children off to a good start will help them the rest of their lives. For free parenting information, counseling, and referrals, call us at the Oregon Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse. Help all children receive the care they deserve and build a better future for everyone.
11-8, Portland Pride on top. 5:05 left to go. Pride closing in. They'll have a free kick just to the right of the goal box as a 2-minute tripping penalty called against one of the Sacramento Knights, and that was Hanson, Paul Hanson. So Portland now on the power play for the second time tonight.
And starting from a dead ball situation, which means a call play, Portland has been very tough all night on these.
Black lets it go. It's blocked away, but Portland will get possession.
Hanson in the penalty box along with the mascot, the Pride mascot. And Brian Parrott goes over and tells the mascot to watch his step, but they're side by side like pals in the jungle, I guess.
John Bain loses control. There's a nice play that time from Craig Huft, but the Pride run it down again. Here's Glenn Lurie out in the center circle. Back to Bain. Bain looks at left wing. Over to Black, back to Bain, right wing. This is Lurie, lets it fly and just missed. Black gets it back though, back out to John Bain. Bain fakes the shot, back to Lurie. He'll try it again, this time on the ground, and a good save by Kardzer.
Just
1 minute to go, power play. Kardzer throws it up and over the glass. If we can get a shot of that penalty box, that is kind of an interesting situation.
The Lion is in there with him.
The Lion
there he is
in with Hanson. And there's Brian Parrott right next to him.
They're sent there until they pay for my parking tonight.
Yeah, I wonder what they're talking about.
What do you say to a lion?
Welcome to the jungle.
Yes, that's right.
Ralph Black, left wing, off the glass, shot just did miss. Portland, though, still has possession. Lurie runs it down and back out to Bain. 30 seconds on the power play. Bain to Black, shot, nice save there by Kardzer. Got down on top of it. 3:25 to go. Sacramento's going to have to do something in a hurry if they want to have a chance. Down by 3. Trying to get something done is Jeff Alcala. Lost control, though. And Portland will get it back. And the crowd now starting to rise, sensing victory number 1. Ralph Black just playing the stall game back on his own red line, and now sends it back to his old goaltender, and Nangitong will come in for Black.
Full strength now. The Lions still in the penalty box, but Sacramento at full strength.
Time right now, the only opponent for Portland. 2:42 to go. Nangitong lets it go by, and it'll roll all the way back to Jim Gorsuch, and Gorsuch will kick it into the stands.
There was a time in St. Louis, the PA announcer, a young man by the name of Kevin Slayton, and did a great job. One of those rolling voices got into a fight, agitating over the PA system the opponents, and when one of the opponents came in, they exchanged some words, and they went at it with fisticuffs, and they gave both of them the old heave-ho out of the game. Kevin Slayton, the heave-ho out of the facility, and of course cost him his job the next day.
St. Louis is a rough town.
No, Kevin Slayton was a great PA announcer, just not one with a lot of discretion, I would say.
There you see now a little different strategy for Sacramento in desperation time. They have their goaltender out near midfield. In fact, now he comes inside midfield. That's Cardzer. In the zone, ball is loose, knocked around, body's on the floor, but no goal, and now it's knocked into the stands.
The keeper is going to be moving up closer so that he can take the balls when they're kicked back out, so that there's little wasted time. He can start the attack all over again. Portland will be trying to clear the ball quite a bit and keep the ball in the air and moving. They want to stop that, so they want the ball to be able to get back into the red zone very quickly. Here's the problem. He's backpedaling now on a fast break.
Here's Lurie on a break. Lurie working it at right wing, lets it go, and it's up and over the post. 1:40 left to play in regulation. Portland looking good, up by a score of 11-8. Abram Rubio, the big star, has 3 goals tonight.
It would not surprise me if they put a goalkeeper's uniform on a field player and let him in there, so you can have one more attacker in this particular place with only 1:36 to go in the game.
Saved by Cardzer. And we'll see what Mike O'Malley has up his sleeve. Down by 3. Here comes Sacramento into the zone. Ball down loose, into the zone, into the goal mouth. Knocked away. Giving chase now is Alejandro Queño with a shot and a save by Gorsuch. I think this one's just about in the Portland Pride bank. So a great way to start for the Portland Pride. Great crowd, exciting game, and a victory on top.
They just announced the 1 minute to go. The crowd now back into it. It will be interesting to see how this team and the fans bond at the end of the game.
Here's Hansen at the red line. Hansen, a left footer, off the post, no good. And now we got a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty against Sacramento.
Saw a great job here by Megson. The ball comes off the wall. Rather than try to clear it over his head or keep it in play, puts it back into the wall, tries to bounce it over his head, keep it in the air, so there's less chance of a goal.
Wednesday, July 7th. Mark it down on your calendar if you're watching this game on TV or listening on radio. Come on out and see this team in action. Look, the fans rising to their feet now, giving a standing ovation. Almost 8,000 on hand here tonight for opening night for the Portland Pride. This really could become a success story. To talk about not having sports in Portland in the summer, not anymore with the Portland Pride in town.
This could be the start of a new love affair. They're on their feet everywhere here, excited, and they're chanting again right at this moment with 3 seconds to go. We'll see the reaction between the players and the fans. If the players wave to them, this place will go nuts, and you hear it now.
3 seconds left in the game. Rubio, ironically or fittingly, will make the last kick for Portland. He had a hat trick tonight, and the Pride, by virtue of a 5-1 third quarter, roll on to victory tonight over the Sacramento Knights. Final score, Portland 11 and the Sacramento Knights 8. Here you see the teams, the mascots, the referees, all exchanging high fives out at the middle of the field. Again, these two teams will hook up in the next game down in Sacramento on Thursday, June 24th. But the next home game for Portland comes up on Wednesday, July 7th against Monterrey, Mexico. You get your tickets now. Come on out and experience indoor soccer.
The Lion out there shaking hands with his sin bin buddy, Paul Hansen, as they head to the respective locker room. Notice the crowd, they're staying on their feet. They, although they're filing to the exit, wanted a last glimpse of this club. And just remember what I told you, well, you want to bond with the fans before you leave, and here we see it now. that the Portland Pride are taking a circle around the facility to wave to the crowd. If something's going to endear them and bring them back, it is that feeling that this is our team, and they're solidifying that right now, saying you are our city.
Well, again, I get back to the point, Steve. These are young men that have been playing soccer now for the better part of the last 20 years. They don't get the recognition they deserve. They don't get any kind of opportunity to make a living at the sport that they play. Finally, they've been given a chance now to not only play in front of a live crowd, to get paid a little bit of money for what they're doing out there, and they've got to be enjoying it, and you know they're going to do everything they can to make this successful.
I talked to a couple of young players just out of college, and they were some anticipatory desires, some nervousness, and I told them, remember it when you come out during the introduction. You'll only have that first feeling one time. It's always great, but you will remember it, and they have a night to remember.
There you see Smith had a great game tonight. Garrett Smith, 25-year-old defender, a successful opening night for the Portland Pride. We're going to close things up for TV, but we'll come back for radio after a 60-second timeout. Again, our final score, the Pride 11, the Sacramento Knights 8. Steve, thanks very much for pinch hitting tonight. Fantastic job.
I had a great time. I'm going to go find Brian Parrott and stiff him for the parking. Enjoyed working with you. Did a great job. What a tremendous thing to be part of the inaugural night here with the Portland Pride.
Fantastic. We'll come back on radio right after a 1-minute break, but on TV, we'll see you next time out here in the jungle. Good night.